I remember before hearing the narration, I was not sure. He's got his own way of living life. And that one guy was Ajith and he was there before me every single day in the gym. I was just shocked. I was like, spine pad, please wear something. And he was like, no, I'm fine, I'm fine. Small things that he did during the shoot, Rambo Nandri, hurt his body. Fans out there, you might just see me at a theatre near you.
Hi and welcome to Cinema Pesalam. Our special guest today is the highly talented and equally handsome Mr. Vivek Oberoi, and he's all set for his big debut, Tamil debut in Vivegam.
Right. After 15 years and more than 40 films, I'm debuting again. Huh?
Right. How does it make you feel as a debutant in a big industry?
Well, I'm here from the Hindi industry, which is quite big itself. So I think I'm excited and I feel very special. I think the kind of love, the kind of warmth, the kind of positivity with which the Thala fans, the whole Tamil people across the internet have embraced me, and whether it's the kind of love that I'm getting in from India or Malaysia or Tamil fans sitting all over the world.
Right.
It's very, very sweet and it's very touching. I'm genuinely thankful. Rambo Nandri. Thank you.
Right. Okay. You've been very choosy about the kind of work that you've done.
True. Yeah.
The number of years that you've spent and to the number of films that you've done, it shows that you're very, very choosy. Yeah. So, being that person, what really drew you to Vivegam? Let's keep aside Ajith sir for the time being. But apart from him, what was the drawing factor?
I think somewhere. Like you correctly said, I'm a very choosy guy. I barely do films. I barely do one film or maximum 2 films in a year. I don't do more than that. And I've divided my life between, my time with my family. I'm an absolute family guy. So my kids, watching them grow up is probably the biggest priority in my life and enjoying it. I've got my businesses. I've got my charitable and social organizations. And then I've got cinema. So I kind of, live in between all of this. When Shiva came to meet me in Mumbai and said that, sir, I've written this script and this role is only for you, and I've thought of only you, and I'm going to name the film also Vivegam. So then I sat down with him and I heard the script, and I remember before hearing the narration, I was not sure. I was feeling like it's going to be action film, it's going to be in very difficult terrain, it's going to be away from the family, it's going to be a lot of work, and in Tamil it's going to be a whole other languages, so I'll have to completely work on something that's not a natural language or a native language to me. And then I heard 15 minutes of the narration and I told him stop. So he said, what happened, sir? I said, I'm doing a film. So he was just surprised. He said, but you haven't heard the whole film. I said, no, I'm doing a film. And I hadn't seen any of Shiva's films till then. I had not seen any of his work till then. And once I heard the whole narration, I went back and I watched Veeram, I watched Vedalam. And I told him one thing. I said that I've loved both films, but I think Vivegam's even better. The twists and the turns, the way he's weaved the emotions in the film in Vivegam, outstanding. I think he's really, really tremendously talented, fine director.
Right. And then looking at the characters that you've done, you played the romantic boy, you played the good guy, you played grey shaded character as well. You also played some biographical characters. Sure. How different is your character in Vivegam? I mean, how would you describe your character?
I think it's something I've never done before. I've never played an international spy. Vivegam is a story of an international spy, a very realistic kind of film, very powerful character. He's very sharp. He's always thinking 5 moves ahead. He's very agile. He moves like a lion. That's the kind of character he is. He's also Aryan, which is the character. He's also AK, which is Ajith character, is AK's best friend. So they have a beautiful bond and they have a great relationship.
Right. So you spoke about the bond that you guys share in the film.
Yeah, sure.
In what way did you guys bond off the sets? I mean, he's a great photographer. He's a great cook as well.
Yeah, he's a great guy all around. Ajith is just a really special kind of person. He's really honest. He's a wonderful guy. He lives in his own world. He's like me. He's crazy. He's not someone who's calculating. He's not someone who's measuring everything. He's got his you know he's got his own way of living life. And throughout the shoot, it was beautiful because we would be chatting about photography one day, we'd be talking about bikes or cars or beautiful places to visit, or I'll be telling him something, he'll be telling me something, or we'll sit down and just discuss zen and philosophy in life. And that was beautiful to have somebody, uh, when we started, I remember him, my first day, him coming up to me and saying, "Sir, we're so honored to have you on this film, and what a pleasure, and so nice of you to accept to do this film." And after 3-4 minutes of that, I was just shocked. I was like, really, this guy is such a big superstar, he's being so humble and so sweet. I was like, my god, he's a really nice guy. And right in the beginning, you don't know whether somebody is genuinely humble or they're just saying things. Because there's a lot of people who are falsely humble. But small things that he did during the shoot. I remember when it was freezing cold, he would just pour chai, and he would pour tea and give it to people with his own hand, including my staff. Even my staff was really surprised that this guy is such a humble and genuine guy, superstar like him. He'll ask everybody, "Have you eaten? Are you okay? Can do you need something?" He really pampered me. He really took care of me like a younger brother. And as far as the cooking is concerned, every time I told him that I'm hungry, Bayangaram pasigide. So he was there in the kitchen with a apron and cooking not only for me but for the entire unit, and he's fabulous.
That's such a sweet gesture.
He's a great guy, great guy.
And I also heard you guys worked out together every morning before the shoot.
We used to work out together every morning, and freezing cold outside, maybe -16, -17 degrees, sometimes snowing, sometimes raining. And I sleep really early. I sleep by about 9:30 and I wake up by about 5:30 in the morning. I'm an early riser. So I'd be up in the morning and I'd be at the gym, and I'd be coming down to the gym in my tracks and shoes, and I'll see the whole hotel would be empty. One sleepy fellow at the desk of the reception, one sleepy fellow at the security guard. Into the gym, the whole gym was empty except for one guy. And that one guy was Ajith, and he was there before me every single day in the gym. So if I was there at 5:30, he was there at 4. If I was training for 1 hour, he was training there for 2 hours. He was very, very committed. He told me, I said, "What's driving you?" And he said that I was very unhappy with the way I looked in Vedalam. I looked really big, and I'm inspired now to change that in Vivegam. And he's achieved it. He's fabulous.
Did his transformation startle you, surprise you?
No, I watched it. It didn't startle me. It inspired me. It showed me what you can do. And this is a message for all the Thala fans out there. If you want to do something, whether you want to make a good body or be fit or be healthy or anything else in life, any personal goal, if you really commit to it, it's possible. And he did it in the middle of the whole shoot. People were eating and drinking and enjoying themselves and eating all kinds of fatty foods and stuff like that, but he didn't care. He kept his focus, he kept his diet, and he kept training every day without missing it. Even the days where he didn't sleep, he was there training the next morning. And it was tough. Training was tough. In those conditions, it was tough.
In hindsight, when you look back at the whole experience of shooting, did that change you as an actor in some way? Anything that you could probably talk about?
No, I'm way too experienced right now to have some sort of an evolution happening because of one film as an experience. I think those are more life experiences that evolve me now. But of course, the little things like the tremendous discipline of the unit, and that's something that you have. I've worked with South Indian units before. They're really, really great. So whether it was Vetri and who's the DOP, and his speed and comfort with which he used to work. So somewhere you could see the connect between Vetri and Shiva, their old relationship. He would think a scene and Vetri would already be knowing where to place the camera. That chemistry is fabulous, and you can see it. I think Vivegam is truly looking international. It's not looking like a Hollywood film. It's looking like a Tamil film that's got an international look, and we should be very, very proud. So small things. I think Shiva was like his namesake. It was like Shiva on Kailasha. Somewhere he was very calm and peaceful through everything. And when your captain of the ship is like that, when your captain is cool,
Right.
then you're bound to win.
Right. Right.
I think somewhere we were shooting a scene in Serbia, and we just finished shooting the whole scene, and his assistant came up to him and said, "Sir, sorry, we made this mistake. We have to shoot the whole scene again." So even as an actor, I was like, "What?" I was looking at him. He's running against time. He's stressed. In the middle of that, they're telling him we have to shoot the scene again. He looked. Okay, come, let's shoot it again. That's it. After that, at lunch break, I went up to him and said, "Boss, this is not possible. You didn't say anything. You didn't get angry. You didn't shout. Nothing. Such a big mistake. The whole scene is gone to zero. You have to shoot it again. Nothing." He told me two things. First thing he said is, "Sir, if I get angry, will it correct the scene? What's the point?
Right.
I anyway lost time. If I get angry and scream, it's losing more time. So might as well not lose the time and know, okay, I have to reshoot it. There's no other decision. So take the decision and start reshooting it. Why waste time?" The second thing he said is, "Sir, I must appreciate the honesty of my assistant to come and tell me now." And knowing that I could get angry with him, knowing I could be upset with him, he owned up to his mistake. If he had felt scared and he had said that, "Let me not tell sir," then I'll find out on the editing table. And then it's not something I can repair as damage. As such a beautiful thing, he says, "This is a victory for me as a leader, that my crew feels the comfort to come and own up their mistakes." I looked at that and I was like, wow, what a positive way of thinking, you know. So those are the personal things that I've learned a lot.
Okay. You must have seen Shiva and Ajith sir working together. They've already worked in 2 films together,
Yeah.
right? From close quarters, you must have observed how they work. What really makes that pair click? Because 2 back-to-back blockbusters and now a highly anticipated.
I think they're both really wonderful human beings and they have no ego.
Okay.
Neither has an ego, you know. Today, Ajith Anna is a superstar, but Shiva, whether it's me, whether it's Ajith, whether it's anybody, he doesn't feel I shouldn't ask him to do one more take. You know, he feels comfortable. He feels like, "Sir, I think one more, sir. I think you can get better, sir. I'm sorry I'm troubling you, sir, but one more, sir." And you feel excited. And the same thing when I see Ajith Anna on the set also. He's also a perfectionist. Like, there was one sequence where he had to do an action. It was a little difficult because he does his own stunts. I was very worried. I was saying, "Are you okay? Have you worn this? Have you worn protection? Have you worn your, knee pads? Have you worn your, spine pad? Please wear something." And he was like, "No, I'm fine, I'm fine." He did the stunt. Hurt his body also a little bit. After that, everybody says, great shot, great shot." He's looking at it and says, "Sir, one more." I said, "What's wrong with you? Why are you doing it? Why are you tempting fate? Don't put yourself at risk again." But he's a perfectionist. He's crazy like that. His commitment is on another level. So he said, "I want to do one more." And even though Shiva sir was telling him, "Please don't do one more, sir," I was telling him, "Anna, please don't do one more. It's risky." He still did it. Even action master, Kalyan was saying, "It's great, Ajit. Don't do it." He said, No, I'll do one more." Wow. So it's like that. I think that's what makes them, a pair, because neither has an ego, and they work beautifully with each other, and they respect each other deeply. So that's where the beauty comes. That's a good marriage.
Okay. Now that Vivegam is set for release, just less than a week away, do you plan to watch the first show here in Chennai?
I do. Honestly, I want to watch FDFS, like you guys call it, first day, first show here in Chennai. But that's being worked out for security concerns. People are not sure.
Right.
The producers are not sure. But I'm very excited. I want to. So all the fans out there, you might just see me at a theatre near you.
And you have family here as well, right? Some family
I
members.
do, yeah. Chennai is very close to my heart. It's a special city. I spent a lot of my growing up years here. And my party lived here. My mom is from here. My Perima lives here. My mama lives here. I have my cousin sisters here. I have my nieces and nephews here. So it's a very special city and very close to my heart.
I'm sure they all must be excited about it.
They're all excited, yes. They're really, really happy about the phenomenal success of Inside Edge. and they've all watched it and giving me great feedback. And now they're really excited to watch Vivegam.
Right. And then before we wrap up, Vivek, your association with Ramu, I mean, it goes a really, really long
Sure,
way,
yeah.
right?
He's my mentor.
What's coming up next with him? Because you're supposed to start Rai,
Right,
correct?
yeah. So we're scripting Rai, and hopefully it should be a great film. And I'm if Vivegam does really well, and I'm hoping that I get a lot of acceptance here among the people, then maybe we'll do Rai in Tamil too.
You already have got the acceptance.
There's a lot of love I'm getting, and I'm truly humbly thankful and grateful for that.
So thanks so much for your time, and all the best for
Cheers.
this.